Hello Venus, I'm going to mark your paper now. Okay, let's start with question A. Okay, so this question asks, what does source A tell you about management of discrimination? This is a general phrase, so you need to tell me specifically, is it effective or ineffective? Okay, because the issue question also give us this guiding word as a stand. Okay, so let's see. Okay, use that keyword good. Source A tells mean that majority are not racist. This is your inference of source A, but it doesn't answer the question. It's asking about management of discrimination. Okay, they mean similar, but they are not different. So I need to see about management of discrimination. Okay, this is evident from source A, which shows that 76%, I need to see unit, would stand up for someone for being discriminated. Okay, again percent would not stand up. This shows that the management was effective. Why? Okay, why is this effective? Because standing up for others would mean that they feel that this is wrong to do so. Hence, they have been convinced that discrimination needs to end. Therefore, this is effective. Okay, so for this, you have L3 here. You have L3, but we're gonna give you L3 5. Okay, so for the full mark, I need to see why. Okay, why would standing up be effective? Okay, next question. Okay, give me a minute. Okay, next question. Why was this infographic published? So answer back the question. Published to encourage Australians to be more united so that discrimination based on skin colors would decrease. Good. Australians correct. Okay, encourage, I can accept, or you can use convince. Okay, same for source B. Social cohesion is low, reported discrimination is high. Evidence, this tells me that are not united are racist. Allow Australians to see how they could improve this. So how? Okay, every source has a very specific outcome that they aim for, so you cannot leave it to how. Okay, in this case, you should say so that Australians can be proactive in their everyday lives to blah blah blah. Okay, so this will be a clearer outcome. Then I also notice one thing which is missing. You wrote here Pamoe C star. Where is your C star? Venus. So how do we know what is the context? Okay, this context we have said repeatedly is taken from the background info. Okay, this part here, where even though Australia has many races, acts of discrimination still occur today to these two groups of people. Okay, so next time please refer to background info for context. In this case, I will walk you up to L35. Okay, the final 6 mark is for context and outcome. Okay, so let's look at the next question. How different are sources C and D? You remember how different means to some extent it must be similar, right? Because how different. So we see different in terms of whether accept people of other, is it okay, religion, okay, because about Islam. So let's see, classified, so these are common criteria. Classify Islam with terrorists, social cohesion rate is high. Handful of people very narrow-minded, we are all terrorists. L3, 8-year high. different in terms of whether accept people of other. Okay, this is a paraphrase. Explanation, meaning you only rephrase these two evidences as your explanation. Okay, you are not explaining what these two sources say, so your L3 is very weak. Okay, so this part is copied directly from the sources below. Okay, so you need to write in your own words for explanation. Okay? Okay, let's see. Similar in terms of the need to understand. Okay, this will make the sentence more complete. We can explain to you, don't understand, and it's needed for them. Okay, 68%, we should do more to learn, want to know more. Okay, this is clearer, so I will award you for this one. Lack of understanding, yes, this is very strong. Okay, but for this, I need to paraphrase the inference in your own words. So for this, I'll give you L3 4. Okay, let me look at the mark scheme. Okay, L4 5. Because you do have evidence here, it's just the explanation is copied from the source. Okay, so L4 5. So the remaining 1 mark you can get if you do this. Okay, let's look at the next question. Okay, in what way is source E reliable about discrimination? Again, it's about discrimination, but what exactly about it? Is it present or not present? So let's see. Reliable in showing that there is still this racism. Good. Still racism, but not everywhere. Not everywhere, but it's there. Okay. What is really the main evidence and message here? If we look at source E, correct, you pick up this line, okay, and the actual evidence is over here, because people who look different, they'll become the target. Okay, in this case, people who look different, we know from background context, is the Aboriginal people or Muslims, who are the minorities, because most Australians are white, right? So this is like a repeat. Okay, not everywhere is there still racism, but it's not everywhere, so this is very weak. Okay, so it's a very weak L3. Okay, so actually I cannot accept your cross-reference source, because this source itself, there is not much basis I can use to support with. Okay, but let's see. Supports, consider, or is all Muslims. Okay, followers of Islam are called Muslims. We're all terrorist handful of people. There is Australians discriminate Islam. Okay, in this case, the question is about racism, right? Race is related to religion, but in this case, the Muslims, they are generally the darker skinned people. So you should go back to talk about darker skinned people. Okay, and so for this weak L3, I can only give you up to L33, because this is not the main one. Okay, so please take note. Let's look at the last question. Okay, how useful in showing not been effective? Okay, this is the stand we need to check. So not useful, so contradict, good. Has not been effective. Okay, law enforcement charge an individual because of their race and ethnicity. Targeting based on race, targets of police, they discriminate the blacks. Again, copied. This is the third time you are doing it. So over here is copied, over here is repeat. Okay. So I would need you to tell me what the evidence mean in your own words, not just paraphrase. Okay, you tried doing it here. We suggest that they discriminate the blacks. How so? Okay, I will try explaining for you. You'll see if you understand. So the blacks are not judged fairly based on actions as they should, but skin color. Okay, this can be a stronger explanation, right? Okay, but actually in this case I shouldn't say the blacks, I should say the aboriginals, because this is Australia, not USA. Okay, they were original people who were from Australia itself. Okay, so this is incomplete L3. Okay, again, I cannot award you for this. So contradict, more Australian accept immigrants, 8-year high, open to accept immigrants. Why are you talking about immigrants? Okay, the question is asking about race. So what if they accept immigrants but they are like Americans and British? Okay, this is source D. Okay, so this is not from the source itself, and it also doesn't match with discrimination. So there must be a match, then you can see whether this helps to contradict this. Okay, so contradict, not useful. You need to tell me whether it's reliable first. Why is this so? Okay, I need you to think about it. I've said this many times already. Okay, so L3, 3. Okay, let's look at the final question. Essay. So in this case, it's about increasing number of diabetes. 2 ways to help prevent. This is the question focus I need you to come back to. Okay. So could educate Singaporeans through TV advertisement poster. Good. Okay, so I need more details about what will go on in this TV or adverts or poster. Okay, I need you to describe. So in this case, it's a very weak L2 because the example is not sufficient enough. Okay, so by educating Singaporeans, you straight away jump to explanation. We know how to prevent, welfare or health, understand, deep understanding, repeat give a poster. Okay, so what you need to do is, with enough details, right, you can go on to tell me how would this detail let people know and understand, because knowing, understanding, all this doesn't come easy, right? Then I can give you a better mark for explanation. Okay, secondly, set up booths around the neighborhood to check their blood pressure, simple body checkup, advices from nurses. Okay, this is a stronger description. Banners, more information about diabetes. Okay, explain how can this prevent diabetes. what do people do to information they learn. Okay, so for this I can give you L2 3 for description of one measure. Okay, I'll calculate the marks for you now.